Well now, welcome back everyone. I'm all settled with my new home in Victoria now, so I can finally resume this guide. With Chapter 14X. Oh, fuck this chapter. It's a return to the basic escape objective. You need to guide your forces through this narrow canyon to the northern exit while being besieged by plenty of Pegasus Knights that spawn randomly from the red tiles and Dark Mages from the yellow tiles. Complicating things way past the point of sanity are civilians trying to escape with you. One will appear every 2 turns for each house you visited in 14, and each time one escapes you get a free S-drink. This sounds awesome, but trying to keep all the civvies alive and protected is extremely consternating. The Pegasi will just swoop in and capture them, and all the Dark Mages spawn with rewarp staffs that let them jump to just outside your sight range in order to ambush you. And none of these enemies are in any way threatening stat-wise. They're just there to ruin your day, because 776 hates you. Mix all this together with the fog of war and you get a very frustrating chapter to complete, but not to finish, if you get what I'm alluding to. Anyway, for loadouts, bring either Karen or Dean to deal with the Pegasi hiding in the mountains, and try to bring mostly infantry if possible due to the mounds of hills that block cavalry. If you're going to try and save whatever civvy you can, it's best to just wait a few turns for the first to arrive before setting off. But before we go any further, you have a new unit, so let's meet her. Owen is yet another very welcome mage, albeit in a somewhat special class called Sister. This class is basically Sage Light. It can use all the magic save Dark as well as staves, the later of which Owen comes packing for with a quality selection of sticks to cast with. Oh, she's also great at combat thanks to a PCC of 5 as any unit is, but she does start at level Zilch and unlike Homer, doesn't have elite to help her grow. Adding to this is that despite having excellent Sage promos, Owen has an unfortunate story-based promotion that is quite late, meaning she won't get to win spam until chapter 21. Don't take this the wrong way, however, Owen is still a fantastic unit, as any good staff user is, but compared to other magic users, she comes up a little short for reasons outside her control. Also, if for whatever reason you don't go to chapter 14X, you will still get Owen just at the start of chapter 15. Anyway, as you progress, you will inevitably be beset by the duo of Pegasi and Dark Mages. Because of this, the only truly safe way to escort the civvies is to rescue and carry them to the finish, as sometimes a Dark Mage will simply decide to attack one of them instead of capturing, which will almost always kill one. Do try to capture or steal from some of the Dark Mages, but for their rewarp staffs. This A-rank stick allows the user to warp themselves anywhere and can be very useful for later maps that split your army up. And, as a bonus, nearly every Dark Mage has one, so go nuts with the looting. But really, the random spawning of the enemies makes any sort of long-term strategy impossible for this map, at least until you get to the bosses. Guarding the exit is a Dark Bishop with a Fenrir tome and a powerful mercenary with a killer axe. I will only say this once, do not fuck around with Fenrir. It's an 80 hit, 18 might siege tome, and has a good likelihood of OHKOing a good chunk of your army. Anyone with a combined HP and magic total less than 31 should stay well out of his range. When you're ready, Holy Water or M up your troops and send them forward and towards the forest on the right of the opening so you can use them as cover. The Killer Axe Merc is threatening, but as long as anyone fighting him has a scroll, you shouldn't fear much. I'd also just straight up murder him as his stats are way too high at this point of the game to safely capture him. If you reach the bishop before his Fenrir tome is up, then taking him out should be no issue, but keep in mind that it won't stop the reinforcements, so stay wary until you have your forces escape. All in all, this is certainly not a difficult chapter by any means, just a really frustrating one. Next time, a route splitter, and also a relatively calm breather level. See you then.